Beside me here, we have two very commonly recommended lawn spreaders. On the left, we have the Echo Rb60, which retails about $160. On my right, we have the Chapin 70-pound contractor spreader, which retails around about $250. Now, you may be looking at both these and wondering which one should you get. Well, today, hopefully I can help you decide which one is best for you. Both of these lawn spreaders come with pneumatic tires. The Chapin has 12-inch pneumatic tires, and the Echo has 10-inch pneumatic tires. You might be wondering, why do pneumatic tires matter so much on your lawn spreader? Well, if you've got a slightly bumpy lawn or you've got ruts in there, they're so much easier to push. They don't tip as easy, and this makes for a much more pleasant spreading experience. If you are going to get a new spreader and you're not going to get one of these, just make sure it has pneumatic tires. Both of these models do have a side control so that when you're going around the edge of your lawn, you can make sure to not spread anything on flower beds or walkways. The Echo has this side flap that comes down. One thing to consider with this side flap is sometimes product can get stuck in here. So you'll get some product caught in here, but not the end of the world. It works to make sure that you don't get any product where you're not wanting to spread it. Over onto the Chapin here, it has a different type of control system. It has these little levers that you pull out, and then that will determine whether you want product on one side or the other. See in the bottom of the hopper here, we've got this left one in, and we pull it out. So that's going to be full dropping. So that means you can drop as much product as you want. I really like this design on the Chapin, but something that both these models lack is the ability to reduce the amount of fertilizer that's dropping when you do have that side control on. They're either open, like this, or closed, depending on the preset that you have for dropping product. And the same here. It's either open or closed. You can't control the amount of product that you're going to be dropping when you've got the side discharge on. So you're dropping the same amount whether you're spreading a full swath or half a swath. Echo Rb60 can hold 60 pounds and it handles this no problem at all with this really sturdy handle. It's solid, has no give in it. The Chapin can hold 70 pounds, but what I do find is this handle is a little bit more flimsy and weak, and you do get a little bit of torsion when you've got 70 pounds in here, which I just don't like as much. When it comes to spreading the product, you get a really decent swath of both of these. You can see the veins here. I really like how well it distributes the product on both of these, so there's very similar comparison between these, so can't really call one of them better than the other. Both these models have the same issue. In the bottom of the hopper, this sweeper arm doesn't touch the base here, so you do end up with a build-up of product around the side. It doesn't agitate it enough to get it into here, so when you start getting low on product, you end up with product left in the hopper instead of kind of pushing it all to where the opening is. And the same in the Chapin here. You've got this bar in here, and when this spins around, you've got about 3/4 of an inch below this. It doesn't get all the product from this side over to here, so you do need to bump it. So they are very equal when it comes to that side of things. So you may need to modify both of these spreaders to completely clear out the bottom of the hopper. I do think the Echo is a little bit easier to clear out than the Chapin, but that's just my preference. Understanding how much product you're putting down is really easy with the Echo. There's a chart up here which compares Echo, Scott's, Vigoro, and Earthway spreaders. So if there's a fertilizer that has a Scott's setting on the back, you can figure out what it is for this Echo. To change the setting, you pull down this lever and push it like that. Now that is on 12.5 or 13. Pull it this way, we can put it back to 5.5. I really like this. It's fixed in place. Over onto the Chapin, you do have this lever here which lines up. So you'll move this wheel to the position you want to have it at. So it'll be 25. You do need to do a little bit of research to make sure that you have the right setting for whatever product you are using. So I think that this design is not as good or as accurate as the Echo. That's my opinion. To drop product, all you need to do on the Chapin is, this is in the closed position, pull this back, and then you can just concentrate on pushing your spreader. When you get to the end of a run, you just push this closed, turn around, and then start spreading again. So when it comes to spreading with the Echo, you have to pull this handle back and then hold it until you want to stop spreading, and you just release it. I think the Chapin has a better design where you can push the handle and just focus on pushing your spreader. You get to the end of the run and pull it back. I think it's a better design than doing this every single time. You'll notice that the Echo is sitting leaning back a little bit until I pick it up. This is the perfect height for me. I really like that because of the way the design of the legs are. They're short enough where it tilts it back so you can get a nice spread and not be pointing the spreader down. I can't say the same about the Chapin. You'll see that the Chapin is sitting pretty even right now. So when I come along and pick it up, I end up pushing it down. So you have to kind of walk along like this, but then these legs dig into the ground. Then with the design of this Chapin, the legs just need to be shorter by maybe an inch or so, just so that it leans back. And when you pick it up, you can be level, but it means that the handle sits really low. I am 6'1", so the handle sits like this, and when I lift it up, I'm already pushing the spreader forward, which I just don't like. So it means you put a lot of product into the ground too far, and you don't get as good a swath pattern. You kind of have to go along and drop it down a little bit. With the Echo, though, that's not a problem. And come along, nice height already, pick it up, and perfectly at the right angle to start spreading and get a really good, even spread of my product because it's not pointing down into the ground and it's not pointing too high. It's just a nice spreader. My favorite spreader for the money is the Echo Rb60. Save yourself the $100 or so. Go for the Echo Rb60. The Chapin is not a bad spreader, but personally I prefer the Echo. It handles the 60 pounds in there, no problem at all. There's no give or torsion that's happening in the handlebar. It glides right over the lawn. It's got a really good spread on the fertilizer. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video and you want to see some of my other videos, you check out this video here next.